These are the fastest cops in Britain, responding to 999 calls at up to 150 miles an hour, hunting fugitives, tackling drunks,
I'm not fucking drunk!
catching criminals,
The authority has been given.
and saving lives.
You! Use your mirrors!
For these elite high-speed units, every second counts. They are rapid response. Coming up, a cross-country chase ends in carnage. A drug stop uncovers something suspicious.
Well, the magic mushrooms, they're now a Class A drug.
And a dangerous high-speed pursuit. Nighttime in Wales. A car has failed to stop and rapid response cops are hot on its heels.
Yeah, we're following a vehicle.
2 male occupants, Sierra 37. You can see stuff in the back of the car, believed committing crime in the area.
He's been on the run for 10 miles and PC Carl Danson is using his local expertise to let Central Control know what's happening. But the driver of the fleeing car also appears to know the back roads. The fugitive tries every trick in the book to shake off the cops.
Stand by. It's now a right towards Hodley, which will come out on the A489.
His driving is getting dangerous, veering all over the road. Police have to stop this chase soon.
Speed 60. It's now a right, A489. And now a left, B4368. Yeah, from Tango Mike 21, it's now a left.
The driver now takes a sharp left onto a narrow country lane.
I know these roads like the back of my hand, mate.
Control is pulling in all available units to try and cut the driver off.
We're engine carry. Where's the best place to head?
He's going to come out up by the anchor.
Suddenly, the driver takes a dirt track towards a local forest.
Tango Mike 21. It's a straight on and across.
It seems that the driver has made a good call. He's using the dust thrown up by his car as a smokescreen.
Visibility has now become very poor for us due to the dust from the vehicle. It is making off from us now. Speed is 50.
Suddenly, the fleeing car is nowhere to be seen.
Temporary loss in the vehicle. We believed it's entered the forest.
Although they've lost the suspects in the dust cloud, these officers are not going to give up the chase. "60 miles away, pubs and clubs are spilling out onto the street. Rapid response units from Dyfed Powys are pushing to contain any trouble that might break out. Pub fights, brawls and drunken behaviour always keeps the police busy. One of the units has been called to a fight that's broken out in the street. But when they get there, all they find is a man with no shirt. It appears that the man has tried to break up a fight between two women and has had his shirt ripped off for his trouble. He says all he wants is for somebody to pay for his shirt, but there's been an allegation that he's punched one of the women. With tears and alcohol creating confusion, the police have a difficult job to try and sort it all out.
I swear on my life I haven't touched it. I swear. All I want to do is get my £40 back for my shirt that she ripped off, because I was trying to stop a fight between two girls. All I want to do is that and then go home.
With some people trying to apologise, others crying their innocence, and nobody wanting to press charges, only common sense will prevail.
Look, can you all just go home?
These girls, I don't blame you.
Yeah, please do. Go home and sober up, please.
37, I know they're monitoring it on the Highling channel.
Back in the forest, the fugitive's car seems to have disappeared into the night. Hundreds of dirt tracks weave through the forest. The car could be anywhere.
It's a full loss in the forestry. There's too many tracks for us at this time to establish where it's gone, but we'll try and contain it along the Kerry Ridgeway.
But these officers are not going to give up the chase. PC John Woodcock thinks he can hear something.
You hear that noise? It's like a siren noise.
Yeah, it's a horn.
Back on the hunt, they follow the sound of what they think is a car horn.
Yeah, from 2-1, it sounds like the vehicle may have crashed.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, she's got a leak here.
And there's another clue, a trail of oil. Their tracking has paid off. They spot something ahead.
Car on fire.
We can get a fire service to the scene due to the dryness of the surrounding area.
It appears that the suspects have set the car on fire and made their getaway into the forest. There's only one thing to do: call out the sniffer dogs.
It's quite a vast area, forested area up here, so we'll just try and wait the dog. Done.
As other police units and the dog handler arrive, officers are full of admiration for the tracking skills of the rapid response cops.
How the hell did you get down there? How did you find it? You just, and then you saw the oil.
Did you see the oil, Max?
Yeah, fair dues.
It's like using like Tonto at one stage.
With a hard act to follow, the dog sets off on its search. All that PC's Danson and Woodcock can do now is wait and see what happens. Although police dogs are the best in the business, with a huge area of thick forest and bracken to cover, the suspects were never found. Coming up, speeding at over 110 miles an hour.
So then it's just going all over, pushing right on that car to try and get past it.
A lunatic driver sparks a police pursuit. And the man who walked away from a write-off.
Any injuries at all? No, well, my hand's gone.
With over 85,000 vehicles a day, the Wiltshire section of the M4 is one of the busiest stretches of motorway in the UK. But busy can mean dangerous. PC Glenn Powell of the Wiltshire Rapid Response Team suddenly sees a grey car pass him at high speed. PC Powell immediately hits the blues, but the driver shows no sign of stopping. In fact, he accelerates to more than 100 miles an hour. PC Powell captures every move with the onboard camera. This has turned into a full-scale pursuit. Suddenly, the car makes a dive for the exit. Even on the slip road, he's still doing 112 miles an hour. At the junction, he piles through a red light. This fugitive will risk anything to shake off the police. Now on rural roads, the driver of this car has become lethal. He thinks no one is going to stand in his way. He's inches from causing a major accident. Like all rapid response cops, PC Powell is trained for high-speed pursuit. And it's taking all his training to keep up with this driver.
Vehicle's now through off Court, heading back
Twisting and turning around tight country lanes, this driver's pushing his luck to the limit. Suddenly, coming up to a crossroads, he makes a big mistake. He spins his car and stalls. PC Powell immediately blocks him in. But this driver has no intention of coming quietly. Locking his doors, he refuses to get out of the car. The police officers have no alternative but to smash the side window with their batons. But even now, the man still won't come quietly. Cops have to use pepper spray to get him out. For driving at high speed, dangerous driving and driving without insurance, this man was jailed for 12 months and disqualified for 5 years. Rapid response is not all about high-speed chases. In Wales, cops have had a complaint about kids on a go-kart.
Yet another call with us to do with motorcycles and a go-kart in the school grounds. The children are just playing about there, they just don't realise the danger, so we'll pop down now and have a chat to them.
Arriving at the area where the complaint was made, the first job for these officers is to find the go-kart. But all is silent.
I can't hear much, so I'm not expecting them to still be here. Normally they're only here 10 minutes or so and they've gone, so we'll have a look around now.
As PC Alid Davis walks around the area, the silence is deafening. Suddenly, the go-kart starts up. Although PC Davis can hear it, he's left with a problem.
Right, I can hear them. See if I can find them.
PC Nicola Wilson has located the cart on a playing field, but she's worried that if the driver sees them, he might do a runner.
The thing is, as soon as they clock it, so they're going to like it, or they're going to panic and just freeze now.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay here?
I'll stay here. You go down the car.
You head them off.
Yeah.
The cops take up positions at opposite ends of the field. This driver is not getting away.
He's going round in circles, yeah.
The lads on the go-kart are totally unaware of what's about to happen. With both cops in position, it's time to spring the trap.
Yeah, stay there. I got a funny feeling they're going to run towards us, no? And you two, go back out with them. We'll have a chat to you first. Yeah, come over here. We'll have a chat to you first.
It's a long run across the playing field, but the trap has worked and all the men have been contained.
Where are you from, boys? Where's round here then? Up the road.
Apart from the noise of the cart, the main concern for the police is the damage that's been caused by its tyres.
Who's going to pay for the picture that's been damaged? We've been up there for 5-10 minutes, see? Watch you now.
With all their details taken down, PC Davis decides to issue a Section 59 warning.
If something like this happens again, and there's complaints about you having had that warning, then the vehicle or whatever you're driving will be taken from you, right? And you'll have to pay to have it back.
And so, with the warning issued, these racers have to push the cart back to their mums.
We know that they've gone back to their home address then, or to his parents' address. So I know he's off the road now. He's had the one warning, and hopefully he'll heed that warning and stay off the road. Otherwise he's going to lose his little go-kart that he's made up.
Back on patrol on the busy M4, PC Glenn Powell of the Wiltshire Rapid Response Team has just clocked a car doing over 100 miles an hour.
Red car can see swerve looking for a view, and he's gone into lane 2, undertaking it and come straight back out, which is bordering careless driving, especially at the speeds he's travelling at.
Because PC Powell's in an unmarked car, the driver is totally unaware of who's behind him.
Just look at his lane discipline, he's just going all over, pushing right on that car to try and get past it.
He also seems completely unaware of road signs.
And a little warning sign as well showing 50 miles an hour, slow down. They've just put in film. I'm sat behind this car doing 109 miles an hour now.
Finally, with the blue lights blazing in his rear view mirror, the man is pulled over to the hard shoulder. PC Powell gets the driver into the back of the patrol car. But when he's confronted with his speed, the man denies all knowledge of the crime.
I conducted a speed check. In fact, I've done 2 or 3 speed checks on you, so I've been following you for a little while. Although
the only one that was obviously I was following.
I'm not saying, but I can only tape and film one car, as you probably appreciate.
The truth begins to dawn on the man when he's shown the onboard video evidence.
You've gone past 2 signs, one that shows caution, one said slow down to 60, the other said slow down to 15. There's another one just around the corner. There's a lot of traffic out here today, and you were sat probably a car length away from the back of that car in front.
And when faced with video evidence, the man has no option but to accept PC Powell's verdict.
You will be reported for court, but you don't necessarily have to appear at court. If they consider points, they can give you between 3 and 9, obviously. And then the other option is to look at disqualification for being over 100, which tends to be fairly bog standard.
Charged with speeding, the man was found guilty, given a £700 fine and banned from driving for 28 days. Patrolling on a local estate, officers from Haverfordwest Rapid Response Team spot a man filling up a car with petrol.
Right. It's your car, is it? Your granddad's? Is your granddad a boy racer, is he? Or?
So far, it's all okay, but PC Chris Helps has spotted something else.
Your tyre is it?
I guess money tomorrow, I'm going to get it done now.
Going to get a new tyre, is it?
It needs one on the front as well. I just got someone coming to have a look at it, so...
Well, you're selling it, are you?
While PC Help's interest is in the car's tyres, PC Mark East has found out that the man has no insurance.
You've got no insurance policy, you can't prove this vehicle's insured, can you? You haven't got no insurance at all. And you've not insured the vehicle yourself?
I haven't got it, no.
Right. The thing is, right, this is classed as a road, yeah? Do you understand that? So really, the vehicle should be insured if it's going to even be parked here.
There's only one thing that can happen now. He's going to lose the car.
But what we're going to do then, we're going to have to get a recovery to take the vehicle, okay?
Can I get all my stuff out of it? So
you can get whatever you want to get out of it, you can get out of it, okay?
So, faced with losing his car, this driver has only minutes to get his personal property out before the recovery truck arrives. What started as a routine stop has now escalated, but the police have taken this car for a very good reason.
It might seem a bit harsh, but had we not come here this morning, he could have been driving down the road in this rain and had a serious accident or run some kiddie over on a bike or whatever. And then, you know, you've got to weigh it up. What's more important? We've taken another driver off the road without insurance, and that's what we're here to do.
80 miles away, PC Phil Westbury is responding to a 999 call. There's been a crash. PC Westbury has quite a distance to cover. Details are sketchy. Someone may be lying injured. He has to get there fast.
Driver.
Tango Mike 03 stage 6.
Arriving at the crash, PC Westbury's first job is to check out the condition of the person in the car.
All right, mate? Yeah. Are you passenger or driver? I'm driving. Any injuries at all?
No, well...
step out the vehicle for us and have a chat with my paramedic gentleman.
So who's been involved?
Just this gentleman here. No other passengers in your vehicle? Excellent.
So far, it looks like the car has just run off the road. But on questioning a witness, PC Westbury discovers that there may have been other vehicles involved.
And then as he was overtaking the Focus, a motorbike came really fast.
So was overtaking him as he's overtaking?
He didn't have a chance of seeing the motorbike coming.
Crikey. Yeah, it looks like a gentleman in the red vehicle's overtaking. Quite rightly, nothing coming the other way. But then, for some reason, the motorcycle going the same direction has overtaken and created a third lane. As he's overtaken, very close to this vehicle, he's obviously panicked, possibly with the noise and the sight. The red vehicle's braked and swerved to avoid anything and skidded out to here.
Although the car looks like a write-off, amazingly, its driver is not too badly injured.
Obviously, I've spoken to the initial witness and it's matching with what you said. You're overtaking and some idiot with motorcycle's overtaking you at the same time.
Yeah, so that's why I freaked out.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, well, I'll get the vehicle recovered to the garage and then I'll come and see it at the hospital. At least you're all right. Do you want us to contact your parents or anything? Have you told them yet? Oh, your parents are here. Hiya.
It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. It doesn't matter about the bloody car.
With the driver and his mum on their way to hospital, PC Westbury begins to gather evidence.
Yeah, I'm just going to measure the width of the road. If we do locate the motorcyclist, we're just going to determine how much room there'd have been. 7.3 metres. I mean, it's just an absolutely ridiculous manoeuvre. So he's going to be overtaking at this point here, which is a fine overtaking place. He's got a view right the way up the road, up to round the corner, but obviously wasn't expecting the motorbike to be overtaking him at the same time.
Despite police inquiries, the motorcyclist that may have caused this accident was never traced. Coming up,
Keep going.
the man who said he'd only had 2 pints.
That's fine, thank you very much. At this moment, I'm arresting you for providing a positive sample at the roadside, okay?
Police pull over an old banger.
Not only is he trying to maintain control of the vehicle, he's losing his position within the whole of the car. Not looking good, is it?
And PC Powell reads the riot act.
You can't see out your back window, you need to use these. I followed you for 3 miles on blues. I've got you on film and you will be prosecuted.
I'm going to breathalyse you. Keep going.
In the Dyfed-Powys area of Wales, police undertake hundreds of breath tests a month. Many of these are at the scene of road traffic collisions. It's the early hours of the morning and PC Gary Williams has had a call about an RTC.
We're en route to an RTC, to a legal RTC, road is blocked. Suspicion of possible drink driver involved.
Arriving at the scene of the accident, PC Williams' first job is to remove a wheel which has been ripped off a car.
Hello. You had been drinking today?
No, I just come back from Manchester now. I've been working up there all week.
Unsure if the man has been drinking, the first step is to take a breath test.
I need you to provide the sample of breath with start ready yet. Have you had anything to drink at all today?
Yes.
When was your last drink?
Aberystwyth.
In Aberystwyth, yeah? How much did you have to drink?
2 pints.
2 pints.
But 2 pints is more than the man first claimed he'd drunk.
Keep going. That's fine, thank you very much.
The legal limit is 35. At 103, he's almost 3 times over.
At this moment, I'm arresting you for providing a positive sample of at the roadside, okay?
PC Williams then carries out a routine search.
Have you got anything in your pockets you shouldn't have?
No.
What's in here? Just keys, are they?
Just keys and shit.
And it's not long before something suspicious turns up in the man's pockets.
I'm also arresting you for possession of a controlled substance.
It's a bit of puff, man.
Okay.
You know, I've had enough tonight.
The man also has a large amount of money on him.
205, yeah?
Right, where's all this money come from?
Pardon? What do you mean where's all this money come from? Because I work for a living.
Okay, I'm just asking. He's blown 3 times over the limit of the roadside, and as you're aware, the roads around here aren't nice, long, straight stretches. They're quite windy and challenging, and cars tend to be in the middle of the carriageway when they go around bends, which is more likely what happened here. On searching him before we put him in the car, I also discovered a lump of what I believe to be cannabis resin, and he's actually confirmed as pot or hash. So he's been further arrested for possession of a controlled substance, and now I'm going to take him up to Aberystwyth to get an evidential sample. So stand there and I'll explain what's going to happen to you now, okay? Put your lips around it and blow.
Back at Aberystwyth police station, the man is put onto the breathalyzer to obtain an exact figure on the amount of alcohol he's taken.
Fine. Cheers, thank you. I just want another one like that.
I just fucked myself in the foot tonight.
And the figures speak for themselves. The man is well over the legal limit.
That was his first breath specimen, which was 105, and he provided a second sample, which was 100. So you can see he's still 3 times over the legal limit. Considering he said that he only had the 2 pints, I think that's an indication he drank slightly more than 2 pints.
Convicted of drink driving, this man was disqualified for 2 years. He was also given a community order for possession of cannabis. In the early hours of the morning, PC Phil Westbury of the Dyfed-Powys Rapid Response Team has pulled over a van for having a defective rear light.
Hello, how are you? Where are you on your way to then? Home. You've got a light out the back of your vehicle. Just come out and have a look. So you've got your two solids there. You've only got the one there. I know it's powered by fairy dust, but you still need a bulb done.
As this man sorts out his documents, he suddenly makes a startling admission.
Pardon? Your handbrake's on full, and it's not holding it properly.
The list of faults with this vehicle is racking up.
Then your seat isn't bolted down properly. Well, if you see here, that's how loose the seat is. So if he were in an accident and he's struggling to maintain control of the vehicle, not only is he trying to maintain control of the vehicle, he's losing his position within the whole of the car. Not looking good, is it? That's an MOT failure. So your seat's defective, your brakes are defective, your light's defective, your number plate's defective on the front. Have a look at your front number plate.
PC Westbury has also spotted something else.
You come back here. See where the piece cracked and it's discolouring slightly? From the distance, without all that light on it, it looks a bit like an R, doesn't it? Yeah? There's four things.
And the list of offences is now going to go up even further.
Number plate at the back can't be read properly. You can't be having that blocking your number plate. Anybody driving behind you, if you commit an offence or anything, yeah, but it's still your car, innit? I know it's powered by fairy dust. It's not magic, though. Oh, yeah? So what started off as just your light, look how it's escalated. OK, let's have a look at your docs, then.
Amazingly, one thing is in order.
So your MOT's in order, that's fine. But obviously the offences you've got on it, that's irrelevant then, isn't it? Let's have a look at your insurance.
First time or not, PC Westbury has to explain what he has in store for him.
So what I'm going to do, I'm reporting you for all of those offences. You do not have to say it may harm your defence if you do not mention and question something later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand? Yeah? Caution. No, not arresting you, I'm just reporting you for it, yeah?
And for this driver, there's a final word of wisdom from PC Westbury.
Take your vehicle straight home, yeah? Book it in the garage and take it straight there. Get it sorted.
Okay.
Okay then.
Thank you.
See ya. We've examined the vehicle. There's been loads of offences on it. It's a shed. It is naivety, but that's no excuse. He could still end up killing someone, and the fact he's naive and only just passed his test isn't going to be a great benefit to the pedestrian he's hit or the car he's hit. He's passed his test. He's got a car. It's a killing machine if it's not in the correct order or driven incorrectly.
It's mid-afternoon, and Rapid Response Cops Aaron Waring and Carl Danson are responding to a 999 call. There's been a crash on a country road. When an accident occurs in the depths of the Welsh countryside, the distances to get to the scene can be enormous.
Just taken a report that a cyclist has been knocked off his bike by a tractor in the Four Crosses area. Four Crosses are about, I would say, about 20 miles away.
With a crash like this, there could be serious injuries. All emergency services have been instructed to get to the scene as fast as possible. The air ambulance has been scrambled.
Just seen the air ambulance. The air ambulance just come over the top of us. They're obviously making their way to the scene. There's possibly going to be quite serious injuries. So they've obviously had heads up to make their way as quick as they can.
Arriving at the scene, the officers can only fear the worst.
Yeah, for info, air ambulance has just landed, and road ambulance is some distance behind it.
The tractor involved is in fact a giant combine harvester. A cyclist colliding with one of these in a country lane will always come off second best. Thankfully, the cyclist hasn't gone under the vehicle, but he has been thrown off the road into the hedge. With paramedics and the air ambulance medic crew treating the cyclist's injuries, the police officer's first task is to control the traffic and talk to the driver of the combine harvester.
At this time, it's going to be classed as an injury road traffic collision. Obviously, he's got a few injuries.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw him falling off, I was bad, yeah.
Miraculously, the cyclist is not too badly injured, and the air ambulance has been stood down. On questioning the witnesses to the accident, all agree that this is one very lucky cyclist.
Lucky escape for the cyclist. I think he's just been caught by the back end of the trailer that the combine harvester was pulling, and it's forced him to somersault in the air and into the hedge. So he's got minor grazes, cut some bruises, but could have been a lot worse.
Wiltshire's central control room takes nearly 500 emergency calls a day. They've just heard about a crash on the M4 and immediately dispatched rapid response cop Glenn Powell. All road accidents require that emergency services get to the scene as fast as possible. But on major motorways like the M4, it's vital they pull out all the stops before one accident can create another. PC Powell is being held up. There's a driver refusing to move out of the way. His car is so overloaded he can't see the blue lights behind him.
Could be trying to save their life. There's a wheel in the road, which obviously could get an accident and debris. They're going to hit it or swerve, perhaps kill themselves or someone else.
Time is paramount. In desperation, PC Powell manages to undertake the vehicle, and he's not happy.
You! Use your mirrors!
Finding paramedics already at the scene with everything under control, PC Powell is determined to stop and question the driver who held him up for over 3 miles.
You can't see out your back window. You need to use these. I followed you for 3 miles on blues. I've got you on film and you will be prosecuted. You prevented me from getting here. I might be trying to save your life to remove debris. If you can't use them, don't drive. Move on.
Having dealt with the driver, PC Powell now has to find out what caused the accident.
What you got, mate?
An elderly couple. Looks like they bounced onto
It appears that the car has lost control, swerved into the bank and skidded back into the hard shoulder, leaving a trail of debris for 100 feet. Of the 2 occupants of the car, only a female passenger is injured. But with traffic backing up for miles, it's important that the scene is dealt with as quickly as possible. With the injured woman on her way to hospital, PC Powell can now return to his normal duties.
Fortunately, it's not struck any other vehicle. It's been contained to just lane 1, which we've now managed to get it onto the hard shoulder. And all we're going to do now is wait for recovery, and the lady's gone to hospital. In relation to the fact it could have gone out into the carriageway and struck another car, or another car struck it, it could have been a lot worse. So it's all been sorted, and we're about to resume.
On routine patrol, a Dyfed-Powys rapid response team have just spotted 2 young speeders on scooters. They decide to catch up with the fastest speeder.
Well, just watching a couple of these young lads on scooters. The speed limit's 30, and bless their little hearts, they're trying to go flat out. The lad in front was in excess of 50, and his mate who we've overtaken, again, he was doing about 50. They're both wearing tracksuit bottoms, trainers, no gloves or any protective clothing apart from their helmet. If they were to come off at that speed, then I wouldn't like to do it. So.
Finally, the rider slows down, but only because he's arrived at home.
Is it your scooter?
At this point, the rider still doesn't know why he's been stopped.
Well, you're going a little bit quick for starters.
Aye.
What's the speed limit through Ardleen?
30.
What do you think you were doing?
30.
Yeah?
I think I was behind the... I thought I was doing 30.
Yeah, you thought wrong. Flat out, I'm afraid you were. Probably doing nearly 50 miles an hour.
I can't lie, can I? So.
Okay, we'll just see what your mate has to say.
Both the drivers had just received their GCSE results and were keen to get home. But as the driver's mate arrives, he's going to find that it's not just his mum who's waiting to greet him.
We've spoken about a few things. Now we'll say exactly the same to you. You were flat out, your little hood waving in the wind. Now we've got you 50 miles an hour. You've got your helmet on, which is law. What about if you were to come off? What other protection have you got? Nothing at all. If you fall off, road surface is just going to go straight to your bone, break your fingers, your hands, your wrists, everything. You've got a little bit of freedom as a 16-year-old with a scooter, but ride them sensibly for us, please.
These two riders are lucky. They've got off with just a warning from the police. But one of them will have to face a higher authority about the exam results. His mum.
It's their exam results today. They've been to school to pick them up, so they're a little bit excited. Even though the one boy has said he didn't do as well as he thought. But on this occasion, we've just spoken with them, given them the suitable advice, which hopefully they'll take on board.
Coming up, cops make an interesting discovery in a van.
Could well be magic mushrooms. They're now a Class A drug.
And a Wiltshire Rapid Response Unit escorts the cortege of a soldier who died in the war in Afghanistan. In Wales, it's the weekend of the Workhouse Festival, attracting more than 5,000 New Age festival goers from around the world. Rapid response units are always on high alert for illegal drug use at festivals. Police are carrying out stop checks on vehicles heading to the festival. This van has had the bad luck to be stopped by an inspector and a superintendent. Rapid response officers have been called to assist.
Good morning.
The inspector has already carried out a preliminary search.
Inspectors actually searched the car or the van here. We've actually got a bit of what we suspect is dried magic mushrooms in the car here and a bit of cannabis.
The cannabis has been found in the woman's boots.
Okay.
All right, so I would think these are the ladies' boots looking at the size.
We also got in here a pipe, bit of skunk cannabis in there as well.
The inspector continues to search through the van, much to the annoyance of the suspect.
I hate having all my stuff going through. There's nothing there. I've given you my stuff.
Just jump in the back of the car in there.
Magic mushrooms are now recognised as a Class A drug and as such could warrant a maximum of 7 years imprisonment, an unlimited fine, or both.
This is a street bail form here, all right? You've got your details, what you've been arrested for, found in possession of the drugs, all right? Explains everything down on the bottom. This young lady here now has admitted possession of various illegal substances, magic mushrooms, cannabis, skunk cannabis. She's a local girl, so instead of actually arresting her and taking her back to the station today, I'm just in the process of actually street bailing her, and she'll come back into the station next week to be interviewed.
The woman received a cannabis warning, but the unexplained fungus was never identified.
We should be set to comply with 12.5 as well.
In the modern world of rapid response, not every job that Wiltshire's elite cops undertake is done at breakneck speed. Today, these officers are taking part in a very delicate and humbling operation. The Rapid Response Units are here to ensure the smooth passage of a cortege carrying fallen soldiers who've died in the war in Afghanistan. And as an ex-serviceman, for PC Glenn Powell, being part of this operation means a lot.
I mean, after serving 11 years in the RAF myself and now in the police, it's nice to put my little bit back in and to make sure that there's a safe passage for everybody to get home.
Like so many times before, a Hercules aircraft flies into RAF Lynham carrying the body of a soldier killed in battle. Here, the coffin is placed in a hearse and its final journey home begins. The procession will travel to Swindon, where the Thames Valley Police take over, escorting it to a hospital in Oxford before the deceased is laid to rest. Every single detail is worked out to the second, ensuring the uninterrupted passage of the soldier.
Effectively, we're going to get the traffic stopped, slow down and clear the high street in the Wootton Bassett town centre to allow a nice clear run through for the cortege to come through without any problems. And it is very military in the way it's done, because if we make mistakes, it doesn't look good for the family, it doesn't look good for the personnel we're bringing back. We're doing our best to ensure that we cover everyone in all eventualities.
But before reaching its final destination, the cortege has to pass through the town of Wootton Bassett. Here, thousands of mourners line the streets to pay their respects to the fallen. This has now become a tradition, and the Wiltshire officers know that the eyes of the world are on them. Once through Wootton Bassett, the entourage heads down the busy M4 motorway. But this could cause problems. The cops' job is now to ensure that the convoy of vehicles is not broken, but still allow the traffic to use the motorway freely.
If we can keep the convoy all together and just prevent people from coming in between, because obviously the highway code says when you finish overtaking, move into the left-hand lane. And whilst we would encourage that normally on a motorway for people to move across and use the lanes considerately and properly into lane 1 when they finish overtaking and not remain in the outside lane, we don't want them now to cause any problems or interrupt our convoy.
As they approach Swindon Police Station, the Thames Valley Police Force smoothly takes over the escorting duties.
That's our Wiltshire side of the operation has now been handed over to Thames Valley, so they've now got to obviously carry on and fight the traffic of Oxford, unfortunately.
And as officers from the Wiltshire Force and ex-servicemen give a final salute for the dead soldier, the cortege continues on its journey. Coming up on Brit Cops Rapid Response, the all-new police action series. We're on board with the fastest cops in Britain. The elite squads fighting frontline crime.
Get out, get out!
At breakneck speed. We're with them as they pursue dangerous criminals, lunatic drivers,
Again, we're travelling at 90 miles an hour.
and drunks on the road.
I can smell alcohol in his breath.
And we watch them come down hard on violence and mayhem. Our cameras capture the action as these cops catch the criminals.